Welcome back to Full Plate. We have a product that we want to introduce to you. It just kind of came to the market at the end of the summer. It is produced in Northwest Ohio. It's one of my very new favorite things to cook with, and I love it. Dei Fratelli has come out with a product. It's called Truly, and joining me right now is Courtney Stinson, registered dietitian, nutritionist, and first of all, let's talk about the product because I am enjoying it just purely, the taste aspect of it, the convenience. Those are my two things. But talk about what's the product line? This is a box. It's Truly. What's so great about it?
The first thing that's really great about the Truly tomatoes is that it's in a carton that they don't have to heat the tomato at as high a temperature, so it can preserve that fresh flavor of the tomato. So the tomatoes are brought from the field to the package in under 10 hours.
So you hear this all the time from fork to table, and in this case, or from field to table, field to fork. In this case, it's really true because all of the fields that Dei Fratelli uses, right near where they can, or box in this case.
Right. All the tomatoes are grown in the Lake Erie Basin area where the soil is really rich. So the tomatoes have a really great flavor, and they're picked and then packaged, like we said, and they call that field to carton.
Field to carton.
The carton is paperboard. It's certified by the Forestry Stewardship Council. It's hard to say. Don't make me say that.
No, I won't. No, don't do it again. Don't do it again.
It's BPA free, which concerns some people, and it's recyclable. It's lighter weight. The cartons are square. They stack nice.
And let's not gloss over that. BPA free is really important to people, and it's also, the tomatoes are GMO free. I mean, they are really. This product, I think, is the cutting edge when it comes to what we want to cook with, what we want to put in our bodies, and it is easy to cook with. That's the other thing that I particularly like about it. Like last night, I used this one, I believe. Let me check. Yeah, this one is really awesome because it has celery in it and onion, okay? So I actually just put it with some chicken, and it was the fastest dinner I'd made all week. So that's one of the things I particularly like. And you can get them all across the country, or you can order them if this is something that people are interested in. So, okay. So the other thing we want to talk about is the history of the company. It is a family-owned company, so kind of people have a warm feeling about that.
So Dei Fratelli is the tomato company of Herzl Canning and Farms. So they're based out of Toledo, Ohio, and it's interesting actually. The name Dei Fratelli, I was wondering, what is Dei Fratelli? Yeah. Where's that came from? Is that the family name, and how's Herzl connected? But Dei Fratelli, actually, they had a contest with their employees to name, what are we going to name our tomato line? What are we going to call it? And so they had a naming contest for the product, and somebody that was working for them thought, well, Dei Fratelli means of the brothers.
I
think it means of the brothers.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
And so it's Dei Fratelli, of the brothers, a family-owned company.
4 generations. It's fantastic. So it is, when we're talking about good companies to support, this is one. Go and look at the grocery store, or you can go to deifratelli.com if you're interested in the product. Now let's get to it. There are, we're going to make 2 recipes today, right? And a lot of the recipes on their site, there's suggestions on how to use it. I cheated myself, and I looked, and I'm like, okay, here's some great ideas. I'm always looking for good ideas, and so I'm not creative that way. I have to have someone give me the start, and then I can run with it. So what's the first thing we're going to make, and what product are we going to use here?
The first thing we're going to make is a vegan chili.
A vegan chili. Okay. And what do we start with? I have the ingredients here, so as you kind of move forward with that recipe, we're going to be using the finely chopped tomatoes, onion, carrot, and celery. The one that I just talked about, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So in there, it's already sort of mixed for you. There's like a jump start.
So we're going to let the pan warm up a little bit first. So we're going to put in the petite cut tomatoes, some chopped garlic, a little Worcestershire sauce, however you say that.
Okay.
Right. And then tamari or soy sauce, chili powder, oregano, smoked paprika, and then olive oil. And then we have some chipotle peppers in adobo sauce. Those look really good and they smell good. And then we have some canned beans, kidney beans, black beans, and pinto beans, some baby bella mushrooms, which we didn't chop yet.
Okay.
So-
All right. So, what's the benefit of, as a registered dietitian and nutritionist, you know the benefit of lycopene. You know the benefit of tomatoes. So, when we try to talk about the health benefits of what we're eating, what we're cooking, what's the benefit of more tomatoes in your diet?
Tomatoes. Tomatoes are really high in vitamin C, vitamin A, and then, like you said, the lycopene. And there's been a lot of studies that have shown that lycopene in the tomatoes has the ability to cut the risk for cancer, prostate cancer, particularly in men, by a great amount. So it's just a really good food to add in your diet. I mean, tomatoes taste good. They make everything better. I mean, they're like one of my favorite all-time foods. And like, if something doesn't taste right, just add tomatoes.
I agree. That is the 100% truth. Really, literally, last night I had a chicken breast in olive oil, little salt, little pepper, and a little bit of this product here. And honestly, everyone's like, "This is great." I'm like, "Yeah, no problem." All right, so let's see. You've got this warmed up, and what do you do?
So I'm going to chop these mushrooms a little bit first. Just kind of a rough chop so that they cook a little bit faster.
What's the key to a vegetarian chili? How do you get out the meat? Is it the mushroom is kind of the replacement for the meat?
Yeah, in the vegetarian chili, you have the mushroom, which has a little meaty-ish, kind of a meaty flavor. And meat has this, like umami is one of the other taste senses that we have is called umami. So the soy sauce and the Worcestershire sauce add back that umami flavor that we wouldn't have, that we would have if we had meat in the chili.
Okay.
So we're going to add those in, and it just gives it more a rich, like, depth to the flavor of it.
Okay, so that's our first ingredient here in our vegan chili.
So we're going to put a little oil in the pan, and I don't know how much the recipe is.
Don't worry about it. We don't worry about
You
it.
just need enough to saute some mushrooms and garlic. So put that in here.
All right.
And a little bit of garlic.
I'm going to grab a different kind of, there we go.
Put that in there.
There you go.
And then turn the heat down. I always turn the pan to high just to get it warmed up. Yeah. You don't want to put food in a cold pan because it's more likely to stick. So you heat your pan first, then add your oil, and then you add your ingredients. So we're going to just kind of let this saute for a couple of minutes.
All right. Well, let's, so after that sautés, what happens next?
So after the sautés, it's chili. You just dump it all in.
That's all we care about. The dump it all in method is all
it's really
we
easy.
want.
This stove heats up really fast.
Hey man, this is a high-powered television show. Bam,
Good.
hot
Right.
stove. We've had disasters in relation to that, so consider yourself nothing.
It can't be too bad. There's no flame.
That's right. That's right. Believe me, sputtering everywhere. All right, so you just kind of get those a little bit.
Yeah, I'm going to
warmed up.
add the spices in now. I don't know.
Yeah,
I feel like
you
it'll
can.
just help.
It does.
Add some flavor now.
What's your favorite thing when it comes to kind of healthifying a recipe? That's one of the things you do out there. What do you keep in mind when you're kind of rehabbing people's diets? Is there a rule of thumb you use?
It really depends on the type of recipe that it is. The first thing I look at really is I look at the ingredients and think about the quality of the ingredients, because I think that the quality of ingredients is the number one of importance. I try to buy things that are preservative free, that free of dyes, free of additives, and then I start to look at things like the sugar and the fat and the salt, like things that we don't need in large quantities added into our diets.
So first, is it real? Is it processed? Is it?
Right.
And then, then let's look at the macronutrients. Let's look at the things that we don't necessarily have to have so much more sugar, so much more fat. All right. So then you're pouring in the main ingredient here, your petite cut truly from Dei Fratelli.
Yep.
Easy peasy. And by the way, you can refrigerate that for a day or two also if you're only going to use half a box, which is what I did last night because I was cooking for 3.
I'm just dumping the rest of them.
Just do it.
Chili.
Just do it.
There's
Go.
like
That's
no
all
rule.
there is to it. Chili is so easy, even I can make it. That's the standard of recipe development. Here.
I was supposed to chop those first. Whoops.
It's all right. You'll get a little surprise.
Actually, they're
No, it looks
breaking
really
up.
good.
They're good.
All right. So, and then you use, what kind of beans did we use?
We have black
beans, which are so fantastic. I had a black beans in a if you can believe it, a brownie recipe with black beans.
Oh yeah, I love
So
green
great.
brownies.
You wouldn't believe it, but it made it so good.
Actually, that's one of my favorite. You asked me about
Secrets?
recipes and things
Yeah.
that I do that
Yeah.
I change. I am, like you said, healthifying the recipes.
Yeah.
I'm really famous for sneaking things in that people say they don't like,
Oh.
in order to then later tell them, well, such
you-
and such is in there.
You just had black beans in your brownie, so
Right.
All right, and that's pretty much it. Have we mostly gone through the list here?
Yeah, we did.
All right, so just
There might have been salt in the recipe, but we already put Worcestershire and
you've
soy
got
sauce,
seasonings in
and
there.
there's
and-
seasonings in here, and then the other thing.
So, yeah, it's up to you if you want to add more salt or not, and that's something
Yeah.
that people, they monitor or don't. So I prefer not to put it in for my guests if I'm having people over. Let them salt more, except for a little bit, just to. But I think it's going to be pretty flavorful as it
Yeah.
is. Okay, when we come back, we are going to make a salad. And we're also going to talk about the benefits of a salad spinner. We didn't mean to, but she's an addict of the salad spinner, and I want to see why. So stay with us. We'll be right back.
Oh man.